Have you ever found yourself wondering if you are truly special? If something greater is guiding you? And if you are destined for something grand? Sometimes you feel like there's something unique about your spiritual journey, something that may be difficult to understand but seems to be the key to something beyond what the eyes can see. Maybe you've felt that sense of being the chosen one, but you're not exactly sure how to recognize the signs that are on your path. It's frustrating to feel like something is about to happen, but you can't quite see clearly what it is, right? That emptiness, that desire to understand your true purpose can be overwhelming. And in a world full of distractions, how can we know if we are truly on the right path? How can we identify the signs that confirm we are, in fact, the chosen ones? The good news is that the answer is closer than you think. There are powerful signs, spiritual signs, that are happening all around you, and you can learn to recognize them. Today, we're going to explore together the 8 signs that confirm you're on the right path, aligned with your true life purpose. By identifying these signs, you'll finally understand what's happening on your journey and how you can use them to move forward with confidence. As your spiritual journey progresses, something curious begins to happen. The people around you start reacting differently. Some may approach you with reverence, while others may show aversion or even hostility. This happens because your energy, now stronger and clearer, becomes visible to those who are in tune with it, or even to those who aren't prepared for what you are becoming. Your aura, with its growing radiance, emits something unique, something that may unsettle those who aren't ready to embrace your power or your light. But how can you perceive this? The signs may be subtle, but powerful. For example, a person who once seemed friendly may start avoiding eye contact or act cold. At the same time, those who are in tune with your energy may approach you almost magnetically, seeking to absorb the wisdom and positivity that you radiate. When you begin to recognize these signs, you realize that there is an energetic dance happening around you: love and hate, admiration and rejection. The key is to stay centered, for you are the one in control of your energy, not others. This is just the beginning of a process of self-discovery. As you dive deeper into self-awareness, you begin to understand that these reactions aren't personal. They are reflections of the energy you are projecting. Now the real question is, are you ready to recognize what's happening around you and start protecting your energy consciously? The next sign, which is equally revealing, shows how people begin to imitate your behavior. As you deepen your path of self-improvement, something curious begins to happen. Those around you start imitating your behavior, your style, and even the way you think. At first, it may seem like a simple coincidence, but it is a direct reflection of your powerful energy. People notice something in you, a strength, a wisdom, a light, that they don't have and desperately want to absorb. This is the first sign that you are awakening to a higher level of consciousness. Imitation can manifest in various forms. Maybe someone starts adopting the same words or expressions you use, or even your daily habits of meditation and spiritual practices. This behavior isn't merely an attempt to copy, but a reflection of admiration for your energy, for how you are in tune with the universe and your mission. This quest for connection is a clear sign that your aura is radiating something others want for themselves: your inner peace, your mental clarity, your unwavering focus. However, it's important to realize that this shouldn't be seen as a negative thing. On the contrary, it's a reflection of your positive impact on the world. The secret lies in how you respond to it. Instead of feeling invaded, seize the opportunity to guide these people, to share your knowledge and experience. Show them the path of self-discovery without allowing your energy to be drained. After all, your life purpose is to be a light for others without losing your own essence. Now, let's talk about the second sign, which is unsolicited advice. As you continue your spiritual journey, a pattern begins to emerge. People around you start offering advice, even when you didn't ask for it. This advice may come from friends, family, co-workers, or even strangers, and often comes from the desire to help or influence your choices. This happens because they recognize your potential, but often without fully understanding what's at stake. They try to guide you toward what they think is the best path. What's interesting here is that even though the advice may be well-intentioned, it can be a distraction. The problem is that these people, unknowingly, try to connect their own destinies to yours, offering solutions based on their own experiences and beliefs. This can cause confusion, especially if you feel tempted to follow these directions, veering away from your own spiritual vision and true life purpose. What you need to do is trust your intuition and your own inner wisdom. No one knows your path better than you. When you notice these signs, it's important to set healthy boundaries. Thank them for their suggestions, but remember that you are the only one responsible for your spiritual journey and your own insights. Trust your connection with the universe, for it will guide you according to your life purpose. Sometimes, what seems like help may just be an attempt to divert your attention from what truly matters. And speaking of attention, let's now move on to the third sign, the palpable discomfort around you. As your consciousness expands and you begin to radiate a higher energy, something curious happens around you. Many people begin to feel uncomfortable in your presence. It's not something you do intentionally, but your higher vibration can trigger a reaction in those around you. They may avoid your gaze, hesitate in their words, or even change their behavior in your presence. This happens because the energy you transmit can stir their energy, creating discomfort that they don't know how to deal with. This discomfort is not something you need to interpret as negative. In fact, it is a reflection of how your light is illuminating aspects of other people that they are not yet ready to face. Your aura may activate a process of reflection, often forcing them to confront insecurities or unresolved aspects of their own lives. This is especially true in environments where people are not accustomed to having the elevated consciousness that you now possess. And of course, all of this can create a sense of discomfort because unintentionally, you may be exposing their lack of alignment with their own destiny. However, it's important to understand that this reaction is not personal. People are not rejecting you, but rather the energy you are projecting. This is natural, and by recognizing this pattern, you can choose to act with more empathy without allowing it to affect your confidence. Keeping your calm and your focus on your spiritual journey is essential because eventually these people may align with your energy. And by dealing with this discomfort, you are actually preparing the ground for the next sign, which is unexpected hostility or sabotage. As you grow spiritually, an intriguing phenomenon may arise. People who were once allies, friends, or even family may start showing hostility or trying to undermine your efforts. This may occur subtly with negative comments or even sabotages disguised as concern. When you begin to shine and reach your potential, those around you who are not prepared to see your rise may feel fear. This fear turns into insecurity, and unconsciously, they may try to pull you back into their comfort zone. The root of this behavior lies in the fear of the unknown, the fear of what your evolution may mean for them. Your spiritual journey may be challenging the limited worldview that these people have, and by recognizing your potential, they may feel that your light threatens their own identity. This sabotage reaction can be direct or indirect, but either way, it's important that you stay firm on your path. Remember, your success is an extension of your life purpose, and it should not be diminished to fit anyone's expectations. How to deal with this? First, don't take it personally. This behavior is not a rejection of you, but a projection of these people's fear. The best way to handle this hostility is by keeping your focus on your goal, using positivity as a shield, and always being authentic in your journey. As you continue to rise, these people may either distance themselves or over time realize that you are no longer affected by these negative energies. Now, dealing with these sabotages we move on to the next sign, the constant search for validation. As your spiritual journey intensifies and you start fully embracing your potential, something interesting begins to happen. People around you, even those you least expect, start seeking your approval on important decisions. This happens because they recognize your wisdom, your clear vision, and the depth of your perspective on life. They feel that by receiving a green light from someone with your clarity and energy, their choices may be more successful. It's as if your energy is a guide that gives others security, a guidance that connects them with the universe more assertively. This may manifest in various ways. Someone may seek your opinion on personal matters like relationships or even business and finances. They begin to trust your judgment because your vision is more aligned with spirituality, the law of attraction, and the manifestation of dreams. And in some cases, this search for validation may become a bit excessive, creating a pattern where these people become dependent on your approval, which can be draining. Here, the challenge lies in balancing genuine support with the need to maintain your energy in balance. When noticing this, the most important thing is to remember that your wisdom should be shared responsibly. Help, guide, but never let yourself be consumed by this constant request for validation. Your life purpose is not only to guide others, but also to strengthen yourself so that your energy continues to stay firm and growing. Remember, you are here to fulfill your mission, not to be the constant source of security for others. Now, with the search for validation in mind, let's move on to the next sign, the attempt to anticipate your plans and routines. As you become more aware of your purpose and begin living in a way that is more aligned with your essence, an interesting phenomenon starts to emerge. The people around you begin to closely observe your steps. They are not just interested in what you do, but in how you do it, wanting to anticipate your choices and decisions. This happens because, on some level, they recognize that your spiritual path and your decisions are guided by a higher wisdom, something they may not yet have fully accessed. This attempt to anticipate your plans can manifest in various ways. Maybe someone starts imitating your meditation routine, your reading habits, or even your life projects. This search for alignment with your path is not by chance. People perceive that there is something in you that attracts them, something they want to incorporate into their own lives. This can be positive, as it's a reflection of your influence on others and the light you are radiating. However, it can also be a sign that these people have not fully trusted their own journey and are seeking external answers to feel more secure. It's important to be aware of this behavior and act with discernment. Instead of feeling invaded or pressured, use this as an opportunity to generously share your spiritual growth process, but with healthy boundaries. Remember that everyone has their own journey, and no one should live your life or make decisions for you. Now that we understand the attempt to anticipate your plans, let's move on to the next sign, which involves esoteric practices or even black magic against you. As you become more aware of your purpose and your energy, something even more intriguing may happen. Some people, not understanding the power you are awakening, may resort to esoteric practices or even black magic in an attempt to sabotage your energy. This may be a reaction to your success, to your light, that seems to bother those who are not prepared for it. However, know that even in the face of these attempts, you are deeply protected by your divine connection, an invisible protection that cannot be broken. These attempts at energetic sabotage can be subtle, such as words of envy disguised as compliments, or even more direct, such as rituals or witchcraft. The important thing is to realize that these actions have no power over you if you are aligned with your truth and connected to the universe. Your aura, strengthened by the constant practice of meditation, mindfulness, and self-knowledge, creates an energetic barrier that negative forces cannot penetrate. By recognizing these signs, You can respond with confidence, without fear, knowing that nothing can destabilize your energy if you maintain your high vibration. Remember, when you connect deeply with your divine essence, any attempt at energetic manipulation is quickly neutralized. Your light cannot be extinguished because it is protected by the universe itself. And as you move forward, more and more people will be drawn to your positive energy, seeking your guidance to awaken to their own potential. Now that you understand what lies behind these energies, you can be even more prepared to face the next challenge of your spiritual journey. Now that you've learned the 8 signs confirming that you are indeed the chosen one, the question that remains is, what will you do with all of this? Each sign is an opportunity for you to align even further with your life's purpose, strengthening your spiritual journey and expanding your consciousness. Change begins when you decide to take the next step fearlessly, with confidence in your own power. So take a moment to reflect. Which of these signs have you already started noticing in your life? What more needs to be worked on in your journey? The answer is in your hands. Don't wait any longer. Start applying these lessons now to transform your reality. And remember, the journey is yours. Only you can take the reins of your destiny and move forward into the life you've always dreamed of. If you want to continue learning how to develop your potential, achieve your goals, and live a life full of purpose, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications. We are in this journey of growth and self-improvement together. Get ready for the next level.